We all have a favorite celebrity, but how much influence should they really have in our lives, especially if they mock the God we serve? If you're looking for a Christian, uplifting environment, I wouldn't suggest finding it in the Hollywood pop culture scene. But sometimes we feel we've found at least one celebrity that, at the very least, avoids the sexuality, vulgarity, and blasphemy that we constantly see plastered across our TV screens. The reality is, it's pretty much unavoidable, and your favorite celebrity is probably part of it. In fact, these 5 celebrities openly mocked God on television. Some of them came from humble beginnings and others didn't. Nevertheless, the apparency of celebrities actively mocking the Christian experience is disheartening to say the least. With number 1 being the most interesting case. Stay to the end to find out why. Number 5 may not come as too much of a surprise, but this singer came from the most humble beginnings. It's hard not to think that the exposure to the Hollywood scene may have corrupted her into the alarming behavior change. She grew up in an evangelical church with a pastor for a father. Before her rise to fame as we know her, she even recorded a gospel album that did not receive the recognition she hoped it would. When her first Christian album flopped, the singer took matters into her own hands, moving to Los Angeles to try again. This time, she quickly rose to fame for her hit single, I Kissed a Girl, a complete 180 from her previous praise lyrics. This singer is Katy Perry.
I guess I would say that, I respect that they have their own belief systems, but it does not make me feel like I have to believe that.
When questioned about whether her faith was intact after her change in persona, she said, I don't believe in heaven or hell, or an old man sitting on a throne. We obviously know that Christ is much more than an old man in the sky that sits on a throne, with Katy Perry mocking the following verse, Matthew 23:22, and whoever swears by heaven swears by both the throne of God and by him who sits upon it. If your favorite celebrity is Katy Perry, she definitely is no longer the humble gospel singer from traditional beginnings. Number 4 spent his childhood singing in the choir of the Baptist church he grew up in. He had devout Christian parents, but they changed their tune as the famous actor got older. As he transitioned into a Pentecostal lifestyle, he reports that he no longer understood the church experience. As of now, when asked about how faith plays a part in his life, he says, "Man, don't get me started." He mocks God's intervention, saying that God's will is used as a blanket term to explain all bad things that happen to people. This actor is none other than Brad Pitt.
I grew up in a religious family, in a religious community, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't work for me in the long run.
Unfortunately, Pitt has a very shallow, cynical understanding of the various biblical verses that talk about suffering. A well-known one being James 1:12, which says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." The will of God is so much more than letting people suffer, but that's another video for another time. Hopefully, Brad Pitt gets to watch it. Our next celebrity's remarks were so distasteful that even those who aren't Christian questioned the remarks she made about the faith. Although she has always been seen as a bad example of Christianity, though she never claimed to have believed in God, it is sad to see the extent to which she has extended hatred towards him. During the Creative Arts Emmy Awards in 2008, Kathy Griffin made people squirm in their seats because of her comments on Jesus and Christianity. Her comments were deemed so out of pocket that her remarks were even edited out of the pre-taped show. A lot of people come up here and thank Jesus for this award.
I want you to know that no one had less to do with this award than Jesus. Suck it, Jesus! This award is my God now!
People of all denominations were offended by this show of hatred, commenting that if she had replaced the name Jesus with any other religious figure, she never would have even considered saying those words. When questioned further about her motivations, she said, "I hope I offended some people. I didn't want to win the Emmy for nothing." It is truly disheartening that someone has this much disdain for those that follow Jesus. Number 2, a celebrity duo, was another that made the nation uncomfortable with their seemingly unapologetic show of blasphemy. Although they've been under scrutiny before, this show of disregard for the sacredness of Christianity turned heads. Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox's relationship have made people feel uncomfortable many times in the past.
I wasn't allowed to be a human. I was a topic of conversation and gossip and punchlines.
Individually, they've never been glowing representations of the Christian experience, nor have they claimed to be. They were simply two people who were part of the already godless Hollywood scene. Nothing good, but nothing particularly shocking until the two got together. From being painfully honest about their strange sex life to detailing their routine of actually drinking each other's blood, the duo placed the cherry on the sacrilegious cake after posting a picture of their Halloween costumes. The two sported coordinating Halloween costumes in the worst way possible, to the point where, again, even non-Christian onlookers had something to say about it. Machine Gun Kelly, or MGK, was wearing black and red priest robes. Now, I know what you might say. Yeah, that's not a good look, but is it really that bad? Let's get to Megan Fox's coordinating costume. A main accessory of MGK's costume was a leash he held in his hand. A leash that was connected to Megan's neck, who was wearing black leather lingerie. The photo they chose to post to Megan's social media page showed Megan kneeling in front of MGK, who was holding the leash as well as a glass of wine. The caption read, "On Sundays, we take communion." Their comments exploded with disgusted and offended onlookers. Unacceptable. No one should ever mock someone else's religion. Another commenter says that although they are not a Christian, they are disgusted with this show of unsettling sexuality and mockery. Y'all can say what you want, but no teen boy in his right mind will want to see his mom leashed like a dog unless he is sick, referring to Megan's children. It's not uncommon for Christianity to be a thing of mockery in pop culture, but these two definitely have gone too far, setting a bad example for both Christians and atheists. Our last celebrity is probably one of the most well-known, alarming, and honestly intriguing shows of mockery to the Christian faith. He is known for his extremely outlandish comments and alarming ramblings. If you don't know who I'm talking about, see if you can guess from this quote. People are asking, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. Yes, you guessed it. Kanye West has become little known for his music these days and better known for his outrageous quotes about, well, just about everything.
Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god.
From calling himself his own version of the Messiah, Yeezus, to saying that he would be a character if the Bible was rewritten, he truly believes that his show of blatant, unapologetic arrogance is a righteous thing to the Lord. In reality, God hates arrogance, calling us to remain humble at all times. James 4:6. But he gives us more grace. That is why Scripture says God opposes the proud and gives grace to the humble. Despite his turbulent past quotes, many people have witnessed his change of heart in recent years, claiming that he has found a new relationship with God. This, of course, is accompanied by his invite-only church services. Talk about exclusive. We can only wait and see whether his newfound faith is in truth or just another publicity stunt. Who knows? Maybe he'll be the next Joel Osteen, if you get what I mean. Although Hollywood has never been known as a place for the open exchange of ideas and faith-based discussion, some celebrities have just taken it too far. These celebrities are only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to mocking religion. We can only pray that light will reach every corner of the world one day, including our favorite singers, actors, and comedians. Don't take this information as a free invitation to mock, judge, or spread hateful words with these people. Remember, our hope should always be that no matter where these people are in life currently, that there is a God out there who loves and wants to bring them into his family. Even Yeezus.